NBA. Kevin Scott in his 14th season, 46 playoff games, 2 finals games, 34, 122. Conchar with a knockaway from behind, but it's gathered back in by Klay Thompson with 8 to shoot. He drives on Wells. A fadeaway is in for Klay Thompson, averaging 14 a game. Was held to just 4 in the first meeting back on December the 3rd. Grizzlies had a 15-point lead, couldn't hold it. A flurry of free throws from Dallas late. And the Mavericks walked out with a 121-116 win over the Grizzlies in NBA Cup play. Pippen drives on Klay Thompson and then threw it right to P.J. Washington. Trying to feed Edey, and then it's an early turnover for the Grizzlies, and Klay Thompson uncorks a 3 that's boarded by Pippen.
The one thing the Grizzlies have to do a better job of on these drives to the basket, you have to make a drive with a purpose. And now they're leaving their feet. Jaren short on that shot there, gets it back and they will put it back in, but for the Grizzlies.
And a look ahead to Klay Thompson for an easy one. Live ball turnover, and it's costing the Grizzlies.
What you're talking about on the road trip, 25 plus. Their opponents were able to score off of Grizzlies turnovers.
Wells, top side 3. Long rebound, ends up in the hands of Najee Marshall. Marshall missed the first game between these two teams due to illness. One of the new faces for Dallas, Kleba, drives and finishes. Maxi Kleba. Dallas. Pippen drives, overlays, and the rebound to Dallas.
There'll be a lot of size on the floor. Good hustle here by Scottie Pippen Jr., but not a lot of ball handlers on the floor for this Mavericks team. So see if the Grizzlies can capitalize on that.
Conchar, an open 3, too strong. Rebound punched in the air. Wells has it. Pippen will try for 3. Bango. One thing the Grizzlies have done all season.
We talk so much about the turnovers hurting this Grizzlies team because even if they get shots, there'll be a foul out top with Scottie Pippen Jr. on the grab of Najee. 2 guys very similar in what they do.
Backdoor cut. Klay Thompson missed the layup, then had it blocked by Edey. Thompson 0 for 2. He's shooting a career low field goal percentage this year in his first with Dallas. Jaren. Last foul on Kleba. Jaren at the line, over to Rob Fisher.
Jaren in the game in San Francisco against the Warriors on Saturday had in there. I mean, he was just attacking space and they couldn't stop him, and he was finishing at will. He was getting great spots on the floor and obviously did a lot.
It was a solid trip for Jaren all the way around. Gafford going one-on-one, leans in and scores over Edey.
Gafford did a good job just taking up the space. Edey not putting any pressure. He takes up the space and then uses his athleticism.
Wells for 3. Great game in Sacramento, and then went 0 for at Golden State. It's a make-or-miss league, and man, was he sensational in his homecoming in Sacramento. P.J. Washington drains the 3, and it's a 5-point lead early for Dallas.
Think about where this Mavericks team would be without P.J. Washington. Great pickup. Another turnover there. Jaren trying to make a pass to Edey.
Look ahead to Washington. Tough catch. A topside 3 by Najee Marshall's off. Boarded by Pippen. Wells running the floor. Pinpoint pass, and it's last touched by Marshall.
A rhythm. So they would good, nice backdoor cut. Finish here by Luke Kennard. They would just like to have an offensive rhythm and flow here in this basketball game. And with these fans, see, can they urge them along with big plays?
Kennard was initially listed as out yesterday with a hamstring. Klay Thompson. And now Washington. Thompson has it back, drives in the lane, flares it out. A P.J. Washington 3 is a brick, and it's boarded by Kennard. Kennard was having hamstring issues. They did an MRI. The MRI came back clean, so he's able to go tonight. And P.J. Washington boarded by Conchar. Mavericks 8th in the league, averaging 116.5. Grizzlies lead the league in scoring at 123. Huff down the lane, punched away by Najee Marshall. Good defensive play by Marshall. Conchar trying to get it back, can't. Thompson for 3, and the Grizzlies call timeout. LaRavia, step back 3. Grizzlies 1 of 6 from beyond.
I think a big part of what you talk about Yuki here at the Dorsey was also the Grizzlies. Can they create some scoring opportunities on the offensive end. And what Yuki has been so good at over his career is the ability to make others better.
Kennard in the lane, no. Tap by Conchar, no. 3-on-2 opportunity. Grimes flares it out. A Dinwiddie three, that's in. Kennard for three, got it.
And the Grizzlies are going to have to rely on one another. When they say that, with this offense and the spacing, a lot of moving the basketball, cutting without the basket, multiple passes within possessions, not just dribbling. Right now, the Mavericks, Grizzlies, twofold, their issues on the road. Not being able to stop their opponent and the turnovers, both of those things happening early.
I mean, P.J. Washington, there was no resistance by the Grizzlies defense.
Seems a little comfortable as well tonight.
Yeah, I thought in the last two games, the Grizzlies were never able. Hurt his AC joint earlier in the road trip.
No Marcus Smart. It's about three guys who are facilitators and guys who get others good shots. Good defense there by Huff.
But offensive rebound, P.J. Washington.
And another thing the Grizzlies are going to have to do a good job tonight is you're going to have to stand up to some toughness. You're going to have to be tough against this Mavericks team.
Washington with 9. Wells reverses it in and draws the foul. Important tonight, and they're missing a bit of that because Desmond Bane brings physicality.
Harassment here by Yuki.
Grimes, elbow jumper, short. Rebound, Yuki. Kennard on the deck, wraps it around. Kawamura. Shot clock down to 7. Wells off the bounce, doubled. Laravia gotta let it go. And draws a foul in the process. First, 2 free throws for Laravia. This is interesting. Jason Kidd this year, he's now 12-6.
That was definitely his. He called the timeout for the review.
Yeah, Bono's in the replay center tonight.
Yeah, who's having a little lobster risotto?
JB DeRosa, Matt Bowen, Robert Hussey, and Danica Mosher. Lively hooks and hits.
So Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford, 2 players that man the center position perfectly for Dallas.
14 paint points early for Dallas, only 6 for the Grizzlies. Wells short with a 3, boarded by Lively. Dallas has lost 4 in a row. Grimes off with the 3 ball. Brandon Clark, Jaren Jackson Jr. at the scores table. Wells on the deck against Lively. And now they'll recycle the offense. Yuki for 3. And the Grizzlies really struggling to shoot the basketball in their return home.
Well, and Dallas is doing a good job of any drive, anything that goes towards the basket, they are flooding the lane, forcing the Grizzlies to have to be more in terms of reviewing plays. But that eye, you have to watch just the play itself, but does something affect the play?
Kleba trying to dish it inside. Ball loose, ball to the floor, picked up by Laravia. 3-on-2.
Attempts.
And a conversion there. Gets the crowd into it. Dinwiddie lobs it up and Lively finishes.
So you don't get a wide open 3 for Luke Kennard, and then you give up because of the turnover that you get a lob for Lively as Jaren gets one to fall inside.
Jaren facing up. In the 4-game losing streak for Dallas, they've only forced an average of 13 turnovers a game. Dinwiddie cans a 3, and it's a 10-point lead for Dallas. They've led by as many as 11. Grizzlies have not tasted the lead tonight. Jaren early against Kleba. Single coverage. Drops it in. 7 for Jaren.
Communication has to be better defensively. The reason why Dinwiddie had that walk-up jump shot, 2 Grizzlies stayed with 1, didn't go to him. Again,
Najee Marshall straight line drive. The Grizzlies defense is just not what we're accustomed to seeing.
And these are recent struggles for this Grizzlies team on the defensive side.
54% shooting for Dallas. Cam Spencer with the Laravia. It's a three. It's off. Grizzlies 3 for 11 from beyond the arc. Marshall drives into a crowd and draws a foul. And now whistle interrupt Najee Marshall. He scored just 4 points in each of the 4 previous games. He's got 4. Jaron.
Oh, wow.
Grizzlies wanted a foul, got nothing out of it. For the different shot clock to game clock. Grizzlies second in the league, averaging 32 points in first quarters, just 25. Marshall drives, misses, and another trip to the free throw line. 5th season out of Xavier, prior 4 years with the Pelicans, averaged 7.5 points while in New Orleans. He's averaging.
I got hit in the face by Edie on that last shot.
Spencer against Dinwiddie. Jaron for 3. Edie offensive rebound and a loose ball.
Opportunities in that first quarter for the Grizzlies.
Pippen drives, hangs, blocked by Kleba. Scotty got it back, fadeaway jumper, no. Rebound to Grimes. Kleba, Marshall, Gafford, Dinwiddie, and Quentin Grimes for Dallas. A top 10 offense in terms of points per game. Top 6 in field goal percentage. And the rebound lost to Najee Marshall. Marshall attacking. Grimes on the baseline. Kleba on the deck. Dallas hunting threes unsuccessfully. Spencer for 3. Got hit by Najee Marshall. No air in the whistle. Marshall back the other way. Gafford and the foul on Edie.
Rolled to the basket. Gafford three-point play, not able to complete it. But that level of physicality, said flex your muscle. This Grizzly team is going to step up in that category.
Spencer on the feed to Jaron. One-on-one with Kleba. Pippen for 3. And the Grizzlies not helping their cause. They are not shooting well by any metric. Just 29% from the floor, 3 of 15 from 3.
And again, that's because of the physicality of this Mavericks. Good block here by Edie.
Jaron going at Kleba, hooks and hit, but will go to the free throw line. Got several of their players who actually are more productive on the road than they are at home. And even though Dallas is above 500 on the road, their defense is markedly worse on the road. They average surrendering 108 at home, but 115 on the road. Gafford. High 12 points per game. Native of El Dorado, Arkansas, played for the Razorbacks.
And you see the size that the Dallas Mavericks can put on the floor. The difference is the size that they have on the floor. Those 4 guys have done a good job around the bigs in terms of playing down.
Go right at Gafford. Lob it for Edie. Goaltending Gafford. Washington had 9 early. Marshall got Clark in the air, scoops, scores, and is fouled.
Also have still had opportunities to win games. Again, one of these opportunities here, the move by Brandon Clark, doesn't get to finish. But another chance where they're not playing well, but you're still in the basketball game.
Yeah, 9-point game, a lot of basketball left. Marshall gives way, and Hardy off with the 3. Scores as well. Still just 32% from the floor. Edie guarded by Lively, who comes in after Gafford goes to the locker room with the sprained ankle. Clark one-on-one with Grimes, spins him. Edie puts it back up and in. turning it over. 6 turnovers, none here in the second quarter. Marshall drives and tipped in by Lively. In the earlier meeting, 17 and 11 with 3 blocks. Edey's open for 3. And Grimes the rebound. And that pass too far for Lively off a lot. Laravia against Klay Thompson. Had it blocked. Lively able to get out of jail. Grimes drives, extra pass. And a miss by Washington. Wells one-on-one with Klay Thompson. Pippen and Grimes match up. BC wheels in the lane. And again, the defensive Lively. Speed dribble. BC. Laravia drives, draws a foul.
It was a matter of then knocking down some of these shots.
Now Laravia, big game
winning.
And a make by Quentin Grimes. And the Huff spins. Grimes nearly knocked it away. And that's off. Thompson, a double clutch. A miss boarded by Wells. Grimes.
There's been a struggle on the offensive end. Defensively here in the second quarter, though, they have severe. And Dallas, again, Dallas is not making it easy. On the defense, are healthy and playing, defensive-minded guys.
And long. Klay Thompson, bank not open. Jaren claims his 6th rebound of the game.
Another opportunity, though, here for the Grizzlies.
Kennard for 3. Lively claims his 7th. Legend Gafford's coming back. And Lively with a punch over the top.
All he has to do is throw it high for him.
Jaren banks it in. The 17 points against the Grizzlies on December the 3rd, that still stands as his season high. PJ Washington, rim kicked it out. Wells on the attack against Grimes. Grizzlies had 2 slicing through the back door. It was too crowded. Jaren backs down, faces up, hooks and hits. Pick and roll with Lively. Missed the floater. Kennard boards. Crowd starting to sense a rally. Jaren works against Klay. Stymied on the baseline. Kennard drives, a no look. Jaren goes at Lively, sets up Kennard for 3. Bingo! Timeout down.
Mavs just 5 of 19 from the field. Taylor Jenkins telling the team during that timeout, the defensive activity and the discipline has been great here in this last run. He said it's helping us get into the offense. Great job getting the rebound and going and getting in the offense. Keep it going. Don't let up now.
Klay Thompson just 3 of 10. Huff, an open 3. Bingo! Game tied at 48.
Turnovers down. Offensive rebounding down. Grizzlies up.
Lob for Lively, but nowhere where he could shoot it. Dinwiddie around the screen. Thompson, a pump fake, and a 3-point miss boarded by Wells. Huff drives on Lively, attacks and finishes, and the Grizzlies have their first lead of the game.
Huff, because of his shooting ability, the pump fake gets Lively just up enough for Huff to get by and finish with the layup.
Thompson screens, has it back, drives on Kennard, dishes for Lively, his hook is in.
On the rim this year, you see that nice little jump hook there added.
Jaren backing down over Washington, yes! 16 for Jaren Jackson Jr.
8 of them coming here in this second quarter. The Grizzlies needing him to settle things down.
14-2 run, Washington, bank, no. Oh, Washington and Jaren crash into the bench. Have a foul to give. Dallas does not. Washington out of the corner, and Najee Marshall three.
Just got by the outstretched arm of Jalen Wells.
Final minute, first half. Kennard. Shot clock down to 7. LaRavia works to the baseline. Doesn't have an option, but draws a...
Yep, on the defensive side, and because of that defensive energy, Jake misses the first free throw there. It has also
The season have done a better job defending at home than they have on the road by a margin of about 8 points. Marshall.
2 for 1 there to go from Najee Marshall. See the Grizzlies try 2 for 1 themselves.
Huff for 3.
Why not?
Tough stuff, Jay Huff. 8 off the bench.
Stop getting the ball in bounds quickly and advancing with the pass to get Huff that shot.
4.5 the difference between the two clocks, and Dallas turns it over. Grizzlies have it, and the shot clock dark. Jaren. Kennard screens. Jaren drives.
Lively came for the help.
Blocked. And Dallas can't get a shot away.